So yesterday, I uploaded the video asking will there be any romance in G5, and I based this off of the animated image that we were given, the animated GIF teaser that we were given a little less than a week ago, showing us how the new MLP characters will look like in CGI animation, 3D CGI animation. And the ending of it showed our main protagonist, Sunny Star Scout, and our first main male pony character, Hitch, Trailblazer, approaching each other in a way that, in my honest opinion, gave off the vibes that there might be something romantically between them, or some kind of attraction between them. And this got me to ask the question of, will there be romance in G5? And the responses that I ended up getting after I linked this to the various Facebook group pages, the MLP forums, and even here on YouTube, and I think even Twitter, the people that may have watched it on Twitter that I tagged, most of the responses I've gotten have kind of been mixed, but a majority of them have basically been leaning in the direction or the indication that these two might be siblings. And I want to come out here and say that in the video where I asked will there be any romance in G5, I wasn't trying to imply that these two would get together, because to me it just gave off the vibes that it seems like there might be something between them, and that if there is, that could be something that could really, in my opinion, help the MLP G5 show, the MLP G5 series in the long run, because as anybody knows, when you involve romance and you do it right between some of the main characters, I could actually make the show better. It could actually make the characters better. I mean, a good example of this, even though they weren't, like the legit main characters, they were kind of like secondary main characters. The romance between Big Mac and Sugar Belle was done correctly in their trilogy of episodes that led to the wedding. And a lot of people appreciated that. A lot of people enjoyed each of the episodes they were in. They probably didn't enjoy the initial episode as much as they did the follow-up episodes, but still they enjoyed them because they were done well, they were written well, and you could relate and appreciate the romance and the chemistry between the two characters. And when I look at something like that, I know there's a good shot, there's a good shot that if something like that was to happen here in G5, that it could be done right, and especially if you're doing it between two of the main cast characters, in this case being Sunny and Hitch. But like I said, I wasn't trying to imply anything at first. I was just asking the question of will there be any romance, because of the fact that it gave off that vibe. I mean, I've been watching animated films and series for a long time. I'm almost 42 years old, this summer. And, for at least, I would say, 35, 34, years of that, I have seen a lot of animation. And I've seen a lot of animated series and movies that have kind of teased something similar with some of the main cast characters, both male and female. And a majority of the time, that tease turns out to be true. That tease turns out to become something, romantic between the two characters. Basically, that tease confirms that those characters are going to get together. And that's kind of the vibe, like I said, in the initial video that I got with, the way Sunny and Hitch approached each other. Now, like I said, I've had people telling me, or trying to argue the fact, or debate the fact, or trying to correct me by saying that's not going to happen. The siblings, or the cousins, or they're just, being very friendly with each other, like a lot of friends could be at times. Doesn't mean, they're anything but, just friends. They're not romantically involved. And look, I understand that. And, maybe I might be wrong. Maybe I will be wrong when the movie comes around, or when the series comes around. Maybe I'll be wrong about that. But the one thing that always kind of, keeps me, strongly in the camp of this speculation probably having some weight to it, is what is basically what the people behind G5 initially said, or Hasbro initially said about G5. And that is the fact that G5 was going to be targeted at an older audience, which is why, we're getting the themes of, paranoia, diversity, acceptance, mistrust and all that. So why not lump something like romance in there as well if you're going to be targeting an older audience? Again, I'm not saying, let me make it perfectly clear. I'm not saying that anything romantic is going to happen between the two characters. They could turn out to be just siblings or maybe cousins, or just be on very friendly terms and that's it. But still, the vibe that's given off in that, that ending of that animation teaser, kind of makes you really wonder. It makes you basically do what I think Hasbro intended for that moment to happen, intended for that animation teaser to do, and that's get you talking. It got you talking and speculating about what could be, or is this going to happen, or that going to happen. I mean, Dr. Wolf, he's been doing videos almost on a daily or bi-daily basis now, talking about each of the characters, about the synopsis of the movie and the show, just giving his own thoughts within a 3 to 4 minute window. And he hasn't done that in a long while. I mean, he's been doing a little bit more MLP content, as of late, but he's been doing more in just this past week or so than he's ever done since about MLP G4, I should say. But so, yeah, if it's got someone like Dr. Wolf talking and speculating and wondering about certain things, like his video today was about Izzy and wondering why she has this tennis ball on her horn, it really make, if it gets someone like him wanting to do a video just on that, then they're doing their job. They are doing their job with promoting and getting people ready for this series, for this movie that's coming out in the fall in the series in 2022. But like I said, I'm not trying to imply anything. I'm not trying to say, oh, this is going to happen, or that is going to happen, or this ship between Sunny and Hitch is going to happen. You can't deny it. I'm not saying that's a fact. I'm just speculating and wondering, will there be any romance? Because again, the vibe that this is giving off, in my opinion, is kind of telling me that there might be romance in the series, and more specifically, there might be romance between our two main characters. But we'll just have to, like I say a lot of the times in my videos, wait and see until the movie comes out in, this fall, and the series comes out in 2022 to see whether or not I'm correct in that, or what other people are seemingly assuming and speculating about them being siblings and all that. We'll have to wait till the fall to see, and next year to see whether or not they're correct on that. But again, in closing, I'm not trying to say this is legit or that's going to happen. I'm just speculating, and we'll just have to wait and see. But again, the vibe it gave off to me kind of is leaning towards that direction. But again, it's just mere speculation. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Comment if you like, and I will talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care. Stay safe. And I'm out.